All right. All right, guys, this is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, and we are getting things up online here. Welcome to Starship Adventures. The adventure continues. What has happened here? All right, I don't know what has happened. It's like ChatGPT is doing things completely different today, and now YouTube has switched all their studio screens around with no warning. So I am trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I've lost half of my statistics up here. Oh, great. Oh, this is terrible. What have they done? Oh my God! There's now no way to have all your stats up on the screen at one time anymore, and I paused the player anyway. I don't care about the player. Um, so I can only view half of my analytics at a time. I have to switch now between two tabs. YouTube, this is another fail. Another fail. Jesus. This is aggravating, guys. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it. Hi, hey, Irony. Let's give it a few minutes for people to come in here. Oh well, I don't know what to do. I can't change it. It's everything's just a huge waste of space up there now. Oh well, I'll have to. You know what I can do? I just thought about it. I'll have to scrunch this one over, and then take the link and drag another tab over and paste it in there. And now I can set this screen on the other set of analytics. And then tuck it behind the other one. There we go. I can still see everything now. I'm supposed to be able to highlight your text, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So that's kind of cool. Um, is it on here maybe? Let me move this over. I don't know. It just says Streamlabs chat. It doesn't look like it's working though. I don't know, guys. I've integrated OBS and Streamlabs, and I don't know. It's not working. All right, just give me a second here. We are going to get going. I'm letting everybody get going in here. Oh, hey, that came up. Let me try something. Nope, it doesn't let me do anything with it. Hey, Canna Club and Steve, what's up, guys? Thanks for being here. Yes, what you're looking at on here, for the most part, I'm relatively sure is live. The upper left, I'm not sure. The rest of them I am. Um, that upper left one may be from yesterday, and I'm working on finding something I can verify. I want you guys to know that I want to read these off to you. Crux, CNN News 18, which is not CNN. Times Now, uh, Times Now, Times Now World, Times Now, ET World, Times of India, Hook Global, Mint, Times Now World. These are all Mirror Now. These are all spoof sites that are putting out stuff that's supposed to be live, but it's not live. It's a lie. And I got to tell you guys, aggravated as hell about it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's one of those God grant me the serenity things, and I'll have to just resolve myself that this is something I can't fix. I got to figure out a way to turn that damn alert off now. Why would they have an alert on there? Oh, mute. Let's try that. I'm supposed to be able to highlight you guys. That doesn't do shit. I don't know, guys. I'm working on it, so just bear with me here because a little bit of a learning curve tonight because I, I, I really want to get some of this stuff going and working right for you guys because it enhances the show. I got the when you subscribe now, the whole thing comes up on the screen. I got that all working. The one thing I wanted to get working tonight was this. It's supposed to let me somehow highlight you guys, and I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Hey, Junior, what's up? Yeah, other than that, yeah, the unrest that you see there is mostly just peaceful protesting right now. I haven't seen any sign of anything being destroyed or anything like that. These protests have been fairly peaceful, to be honest. Um, these are very low-level protests compared to stuff we've seen in years past. Um, yes, Steve, it's absolutely terrible right now. For every actual live channel that's out there, there's five more spoofing that live channel, which is still fine because I'll take that. I don't care. But then for every live channel out there, there's also 25 or so spoof channels. And so you have to put in like Portland protest and then click the live filters live and then go down through every one of them. And what I look for, I don't even look at the thumbnail that much. What I'm really looking for is the channel name. And I know that when I find Portland Andy, or if I find what's that? There was a couple of them in here tonight that I'm using right now. And when you find one, you know, hey, that's not one of the ones that's that's putting out all the spoof content. And I passed one just BDF Blaze. That's up there on the upper right, and so there is guys out there like me that are trying to make sure that we're putting up live stuff, and it's not easy with all the spoofing going on. Um, and there's a lot of people putting up wrong keywords and stuff like that. It's weird. There's like a lot of weird spoofing or something. It's just all these channel 100 channels, and it's all just crap. Hey Heath, what's up? What the? That didn't work. Okay, well, there we go. Hey, from the UK, what's up going on over there? Sparky's Yard. And you're the king of evening coverage. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Steve. More than you probably know. And I do appreciate all my friends coming in and my mods and all my viewers. And thank you very much for being here. Tonight on the Sights and Sounds of Earth, we are going to be traveling all over the place. I do mostly it looks like Portland's where everything's going on right now. And so that's kind of where we're concentrating. But I am checking Chicago on a regular basis to see if I can find anything that is going on in the Chicagoland area. And if I find that, I'll put that up. I'm going to be talking a lot tonight, but there will be some moments because I am going to be continuously working to try to find more links. Um, that's right. Well, if you can't be there, you got to be here, right? Um, yeah. Thanks, Sparky. Yeah. Here, I'll give you the whole picture. Everybody, this is Starship Studios. We are live in North Fort Myers, and we are. This is the studio that I built behind my house. We have the ability to stream up to 9 streams. I think we have 6 going out right now, and we do all kinds of streaming. We do live hosted shows here on Starship Adventures, and over on Starship After Dark, we do a lot of static programming like scanner feeds and aircraft tracking feeds and train trackers. And hell, we've even done some ghost cams and stuff like that. There's all kinds of neat stuff that we do over at Starship After Dark. So check it out. Don't hit the bell over there. Please do hit the bell here because this is the one that we do all the live coverage on. And that's the one we do all of the Memorex, whatever you want to call it, all of the pre-programmed stuff on. So there you go. And everything over there is live as well. We don't ever put out any. I want you guys to know that I don't ever put out anything as live. If it's a video, I put it out as a premiere. I don't believe in as live. I don't like doing it as live because it's fake. It's bullshit, and I don't like it. And so, if you see it, even scanner feeds and stuff on my secondary channel, those are all live. If they're not live in big letters on there somewhere, it will say earlier or replay. But for the most part, those are always live. What was Chicago's original name? I don't. So tell me there, Bob, what was the Chicagoland's original name there? Yeah. I got to tell you guys, one of my absolute favorite, and I mean probably my number one favorite, if I had to pick one, of all of the sketches that Saturday Night Live ever did. And I think it's going to be the Bob Zorski Superfan Show. And I've never even been to Chicago, but my host at work and I, Trey, we actually go back and forth doing, because we give away Jimmy the Beef Guy tickets there on our station there on 92.5 there, Bob. We do the giveaway every 2-3 days there, where we give away all kinds of $50 gift certificates to Jimmy the Beef Guy there on 41 in Bonita. And we do the entire segment of the show in the Chicago accent. And he'll always will do like, so how's the Bears doing there, Bob? This is not so bad there, Tad. Anyway, I love those sketches. Chris Farley, Mike Myers was in them. John Goodman did a bunch of them as a guest star. The Bears. They would always do this thing. They go, okay, Todd, how about this? Okay, the entire NFL versus just Ditka by himself on the field with no pads. Oh, I gotta go with Ditka by 6 points there, Bob, because after all, it is Ditka there, Bob, right? Does your dad talk like this there, Junior? Oh my God. It's not the best accent, but I really don't care. I've never even been there. We just have a really good, we have a lot of people from Chicago here in Fort Myers, and they love it. For some reason, Chicago people love hearing people do the Chicago accent. A lot of places aren't like that. Like New York, most of the time, New York can say, okay, that's flattering. Um, but some places you do their accent, they don't like it, you know. But Chicago, they like it. They think it's fun. But that was my favorite sketch, and my favorite one was the one where Chris Farley goes, "Hey, I'd like to order 2 more pounds of that sausage," and she brings the sausage over and she puts it down, and he's sitting there and he's eating and this is live, right? He's eating the sausage. And he goes, "Oh, and they're like, "What's wrong there, Ted?" And he's like, "Hey, Bob, I'm having another heart attack there." And he's like, "Oh no, should we call an ambulance?" He goes, "No, it'll clear." and then and then he starts going. He starts giving himself precardial thumps. And then finally he goes, "Wow, Todd, you almost died there. You had us going there, Tad." And he says, "How many heart attacks is that for you there, Tad?" And he says, "That's a baker's dozen for me there, Bab." God, I love that. That's my favorite sketch. I used to just watch that and howl. It's like 35 years ago now. Um, it's a stinky onion. Chicago is a Native American word for stinky onion. Okay, well, I don't like onions. They stink. So there we go. Um, yeah, I hear Chicago's an amazing place. Lots of culture, lots of richness in lots of different areas. You know, the whole music thing, the blues, there's just so much there. Um, One of my favorite movies of all times, The Blues Brothers, obviously shot there, about there. And I just absolutely love a lot about Chicago that I've heard about, but I would never go there. Not because it's got a crime rate worse than one half of the third world countries in the world. No thanks. Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. It helps the algorithms too. Viewer minutes, viewer hours is everything on YouTube. The thumbs up helps and stuff, but boy, oh boy. Let's see here. Yeah, YouTube definitely switched everything around here. I don't like what they've done, but I found a way to get around it, so it's okay. I put a big chat room back there. I don't. I wish there's a way. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. Um, but there is a way for me to interact with you guys. I can like highlight your messages, but I have no idea how to do it. If anybody knows how to do it, tell me. But I know it's in there. I brought up the chat box for Streamlabs, but there's it's not clickable in any way. It doesn't do anything but just display. Um, there you go. Chicago is now Stinky Onion. We like to call it Chicagoland there, Bob. So anyway, all right, we are going to go through the regular news stuff tonight. We're going to do all the normal poo like we normally do. Um, I don't understand the anti-law enforcement pro-criminal rallies that are going on. And that's basically what these things are. I mean, let's face facts. What are you rallying for? Well, we're rallying because we don't want any more police. We're rallying because we don't want people held accountable, and we're rallying because we don't want people who are illegally removed. Okay, so you're anti law and order rally, I guess we'll call it. Yeah, I know, Heath. I don't do it very often, and I should. But you guys, please do hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe, especially on the bell on this channel and don't hit the bell on Starship After Dark. That's the shortest version of that I can give you. All right, let me check here and see what else we got going on. There's not a lot of people sending signals out from these areas. As you can see up top there, some of these are starting to duplicate up and they're running out. These are all other people that are compositing stuff up just like I am. All right, let me see. We've got that one. Oh, there's so many of these that are just garbage. Oh, hey, there's me. Like this CNN 18 has a video playing that shows Charlie Kirk sitting in the chair just moments before he was murdered, assassinated. And the title is Live. That's the first word in capital letters, live. Charlie Kirk, this statement cost him his life. Charlie Kirk last debate live. How can it be live if it's Charlie Kirk? It's just bullshit. And then I look at it, there's 81 people watching that bullshit. I can't get 81 people in here for my show half the time. Man, that aggravates me. This is just regurgitated bullshit. They're not showing the shot or anything or any of the aftermath, but they're showing, all they're showing is the speech from when he started right up to just before he died. That's it. And they're playing it over and over and over on a loop with a headline and everything else, and it's whatever. I'm sorry, it just aggravates me really bad because it's very disingenuous. I know, I see what all these people are doing, and what really aggravates the shit out of me. Oh wait, here we go. Here's Human Dilemma. Now, Human Dilemma does a great job. Let me, I'm going to switch out this upper left one because I'm relatively sure that's a replay from last night. So let's change out browser 1 with this. And, I do believe all that's live. So I think everything on there now possibly is live. Or at least we're getting pretty damn close. What the hell happened here? There we go. All right, and just to take a little spin around here, we do have this one storm system. There was a mesoscale discussion area here earlier where the meteorologists were discussing how it looked like it could get pretty severe here, but they've let that drop now. Now there's just a light air. This green area is a slightly enhanced risk of bad weather tonight, and that's really it. There's really, inside these light green lines, that's where areas of rain could happen pretty much, but not anything severe. And then this light green here, that's one area there, but there's really not much going on. This hurricane's making that weird turn back towards Southern California, but notice what always happens. The waters are so cool up here off the California coast that these storms turn extra tropical before they can get back up to California. That's why we never hear about California getting a hurricane. And then out here, we've got Tropical Storm Jerry doing his damn ass thing out here. He just not going to do anything, just a worthless pile of shit. He's going to steer to the right of Guadeloupe, Martinique, Barbados. He's going to stay to the right of San Juan, Puerto Rico. And then it's going to be whether, it looks like he's going to stay to the right of Bermuda, putting Bermuda on the clean side of the storm. So that's the news there. Basically, this is a non-issue. It probably will bring some swells and some rain and some surf, but all these islands here, the windwards, the leewards, all the way up through St. Kitts, all these islands, they deal with this all the time. Number one, they're very equipped, and number two, this is going to be a Cat 1 as it passes offshore 100 miles. I don't think they're going to have much to worry about. I don't think there'll be any damage from water rise. There may be just minor stuff associated with the swalls going by, but really nothing. And that's it. That's it. That's it. There's not much else going on. So there you go. We had storms down here today, but they have moved offshore at this point and are continuing to progress offshore. Let's take a national look. We'll turn on all the radar sites at once, and look, there's really not a lot going on until you get up here in the Northeast. But notice, it's all just really, we're kind of shifting into an early winter pattern up here, and none of this is severe. There's no severe weather at all. It's all just a bunch of rain and just mess, and that's pretty much what you get up here, just kind of a rainy mess, and as you can see here, just a rainy mess. And that's the Ashland Emergency Management Office. It's 59 degrees. 59 in the rain can be a little miserable if you're not dressed for it. Yeah, I was just listening to a report on the Ni4CE repeater system earlier. That's the Skywarn repeater for ham radio, and they were talking about parts of North Florida were still in a strong drought. Down here, we're about normal on rain in South and Central Florida, but as you get further north, it was a really dry year for them up there. Yeah, and so there's a bunch of like winter warnings and stuff up here. These are freeze warnings all up here in Minnesota and Wisconsin. You can see in the purple boxes there. Nothing to worry about there. Those guys know what they're doing. There's a little flood warning just sitting out here. A little flood warning. That's probably for a river that's overflowing its banks. And that's about all I see, guys. There's not a lot going on the weather tonight. It's a pretty slow weather night out there. All right. Let's see here. Let's check space weather. Yeah, there was some pictures released yesterday, 3 days ago, of the comet, and it was these pictures were taken by Mars Perseverance on Sol 1643, and they used the right navigation camera to take this picture, and they submit the picture out, and immediately people start calling this thing a smooth, long, cylindrical object. And I want you guys to understand the way this picture was taken, okay? This is not the shape of the thing, okay? It's a time-lapse picture, apparently, or whatever. But the point is I just want to show you guys that's the picture we're talking about, okay? But it's important to note that it doesn't look like that, okay? And when they're talking about this long cylindrical object and this and yada yada yada, it doesn't look like that, okay? That is it stretched because it was a long exposure. So let's not worry about that. Now, as far as what that thing is out there, I don't know. But that's the thing I wanted to report today on that. They say it looks like a cylinder or a stubby line. That's just because the comet was moving during rover's NavCam exposure. It's a typical star trail, they call it. Not evidence of alien technology. All right? So there you go. And that comet Lemon is brightening rapidly, and it will be visible in the morning sky coming up soon. So I'll be reporting on that as we get closer here. Um, but literally just days away, we'll have a comet visible to the naked eye in the morning sky. Somewhat rare happening. Um, yeah. Ooh, wells are running dry. That's not good. Um, yeah, I did mention that other hurricane. It's over here. That's what we got right there, Priscilla. I mentioned it's going to get up into this cooler. It's cooler water up here south of, right up on the north end of the Baja, and and it's going to run into less favorable conditions, and it is expected to wash out before it makes landfall at this point. But that's it right there. It's currently 958 millibars, um, and has a maximum sustained wind of 110 miles an hour, and moving northwest at 9. So there you go. That's that. And this one below it, it's going to also go extratropical and not going to be a storm anymore. Or it's just going to fizzle out. It's probably just going to, that one's just going to fizzle out. There ain't nothing to it. Um, and that's what we got. There's a big one over here. It's a 4 right now. How long? Ooh, max wind gust 165. That's a beast. Luckily for Japan, it's not going to mess with them. Look at that. They're going to luck out on that one, huh? There you go. All right, so let's go back here. Lots of rain down by the Keys tonight. All right, let's see for the 7th. There is a launch tonight. I will not be live. I'm going because I am signing off here in just a little while. My clock's gone. Oh, this is too much. Thanks a lot, you two. They have completely screwed around everything, and they've taken things away that I need, like my broadcast clock. I really need that. Now I have no idea even how long I've been on. Oh well. Boy, they have really screwed me up here. Huh. No, no, I know. I'm going out okay. What I don't understand is there used to always be a clock up here by the top of the screen. And that clock used to tell me how long I've been broadcasting. It was like, it told me how long I've been broadcasting. None of these other tabs tell me that. Nope. That really sucks. Okay, not a big deal because I know I started right at 9, so I mean, obviously I can figure it out. It's just I really got used to that clock being up there, and now it's gone. God, they take. I I want to break the fingers of these damn programmers. They get paid too much. They just have to move things around. It's a waste. I hate it. Yeah, it just really, really aggravates me. I am going off early tonight. Did not sleep a wink last night. I don't know why. Didn't sleep. Got up early. Couldn't stay in bed any longer. Um, just really had a bad night. So I'm going to go another hour or so here, and then I'm going to bow out. But I'm still going to do. I tell you guys, I do 60, 90, 120. I'm not sure how much. I'll stay up all night if we got tsunamis heading for Hawaii. I proved that one. Um, but also I have to. I'm heading out in the morning. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I'm getting up at 7 a.m. Um, Yeah, they're always moving stuff around, and I hate it. But yeah, yeah. Oh, and by the way, I still have an hour's worth of work to do because I still have to pull promo clips and send to my boss because I got to send those to him on Tuesday, and today's Tuesday, and I never got to it today. We had too much going on. So now tonight, when it's quiet, when I sign off of here, I'll take my melatonin and I'll sit here and relax, turn all the lights off, and I'll do my promos real quick before I go to bed. And by the time I get done staring at the one screen here doing promos and listening to clips of our show and stuff, it puts me. I'll be very tired. I'll be falling asleep in the chair. Um, Change engineers. Yeah, there are people that there's no problem with it. There was nothing wrong with that screen, and now you just really screwed it up. I'm on the studio live screen. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but oh, wait a minute. I see a new thing up here by the live thing in the top corner. It says 36. Yeah, that's my time right there. So they're just I think it might all still be here. They've just moved it around. So there's the clock now. Moved from the upper left corner of the screen to the upper right corner of the tab, inside the tab. And then now I have to keep one screen on stream settings and one screen on analytics in order to get all the same numbers I used to get on one screen. Yeah. What it is, guys, they're like, we can make it better. Pay us so much money, we're going to make it better. And then they don't make it better. All they do is reorganize it, maybe clean it up slightly. In some respects, I think they actually make it worse. And then they get paid for it. Look at all the changes we did. Yeah, but nobody wanted any of these changes. Lord God, I hate that. All right, so that's it. There is a launch tonight from California, Vandenberg. It's at 11:57 p.m. It's a Falcon 9, Falcon 9 Starlink. Um, the next launch after that is there's a couple of them on the 9th, China and in Florida, and the 10th, China, the 12th, Cape Canaveral in Florida. And on the 13th is going to be Orbital Pad Alpha, Starbase, Boca Chica, Texas. So, like I told you guys last night, or a couple nights, whatever it was, when I was a kid, we would launch a spacecraft once or twice a year, maybe 3 times a year if you count the whole planet, because it was us and the Russians doing it. And then when I was, say, 18 years old, 20 years old, coming out of high school, right about when the second shuttle crashed over Texas, we were launching stuff by then. We were launching something from somewhere on this planet about once a week. We're at the point now where we're launching 15, 17 things a week, 20 things a week. And a third of those are, or half of those are in the United States. I mean, between Vandenberg and Boca Chica and Cape Canaveral and NASA, because there's 2 different sets of pads here in Florida. Man, we are just going nuts. It's amazing when you think about it. Everything's going up, Steve. Spy satellites. Starlink satellites, every kind of communications satellite you could ever imagine going up there. I think that's amazing that that all that's going on now. It's so much different than it used to be. All right, let's do the seismic check. Here we go. There's the Pacific Ring of Fire. Wow, had some big ones today. What do we got here? A 6.6 in eastern New Guinea. That's where the guinea pigs come from. Look at that, a 6.6. Depth 100 kilometers. Wow, that's deep. That's some shit going on there now. Um, Japan 5.3, 5.1 in Taiwan, Philippine Islands again, and one way over here in Afghanistan. A 5.1. A 5.1 will take down those buildings out there in the desert. I got to tell you. I wonder. I wonder how populated that area was or is. And then, of course, we have to get something up here. We didn't get anything in the cluster today, but we did get this one down here on Kuril Islands. And one a little further down off the east coast of Honshu, Japan. So, I mean, and a cluster of little baby ones here in the United States, which I thought was kind of interesting. Little baby ones. Little baby ones. There you go. And then always down here in the Caribbean near Puerto Rico, there's a little active mini fault down there, and it's just always giving it hell. Yep. Alrighty, so that's what we got going on there. Now, let me go ahead and turn this back over here. I'm seeing the media downplaying the unrest, and I know why. The media hyping into it is what causes it most of the time. And I think the media has been contacted and said, look, report on it, do your normal thing, but just don't, because right now some of the channels are reporting on it, but they're reporting lightly. Other channels, this KHOU 11, it's almost like they don't even know it's going on or something. And it's a two-edged sword, and I don't really know where to fall on that, because here's the thing. If they don't cover it, then that's not responsible journalism. Period. It's just not responsible journalism if they don't cover it. However, if they do cover it, is that good? Because it's going to bring out the anarchists. It's going to get things cranking up later. It's going to bring larger crowds. It's going to change the dynamic. It's going to artificially stimulate attendance. It's going to do a lot of things. Now, when it does all that, was that all because of the media? Well, I think sometimes it has a lot to do with the media, yeah. And so I'm not really sure how much of that I want. Yeah, they're trying to keep the National Guard from coming. I don't understand that. I really don't. I don't. It's just because it's Trump. It's called Trump Derangement Syndrome, TDS. And they're working on a pill for it right now. But what ends up happening is people just hate Trump so much. Trump could cure cancer, and they wouldn't take the cure. I'm telling you, when people get Trump Derangement Syndrome, this happens. In the past, when someone is very successful, there always becomes this certain percentage of people on the other side that just become absolutely wrecked in their own lives because of it, and they can't live with themselves, and they just become a real shit. And that's where we're at right now. And we have a name for it. It's called Trump Derangement Syndrome, TDS. And it's a shame, but it's going on. Yeah, the National Guard has been arriving there. All they're going to be doing is staying on federal property and guarding federal property at this point. The judges and everybody that's involved here, nobody can stop him from bringing federal troops onto a federal installation. That's perfectly legal. Now, to make the police department work with them and all that, that's where we start getting into all the complex legal battles. It just amazes me that I watched a presser, a short presser with that That dope in Portland, that police chief out in Portland, what an idiot. And I see him, and I'm like, okay, and I'm watching, and he's like, people keep saying we have a problem here in Portland. We don't have a problem here in Portland. Really? There's safer towns in Guatemala. Are you kidding me? You know it's safer in almost every place you can go in Brazil. I mean, I want to tell you guys something. People don't realize this. There's places in the Middle East that you're more likely to survive the night than you are in downtown Chicago. That place is it's the worst crime record in the country right now. And this idiot dope police chief stands up there and says, I don't know why everybody gets the impression that we're having a problem. Oh, really? How about all the dead bodies in the morning when the sun comes up? How about all the burning cars? How about all the carjackings and murders that are unsolved? Where does this guy live? Under a rock? My Lord. That's what gets me is people want Trump to fail. I don't ever want the president to fail because the president's running this country. So that shows you it's kind of I don't know what you want to call it, masochistic or whatever, but it's kind of terrible when people hope the country falls apart and destroys itself just because they hate Donald Trump. It's Trump derangement syndrome. I don't understand it. People got to understand when you, for 4 years we went into hell. He's finally got the employment numbers are stable. They're low, good, and stable. And now we've got the inflation rate down to almost zero. It's been arrested. It's down to almost zero. And now he works on the next thing. And the unions aren't fighting. You ever wonder why you don't hear from the AFL-CIO or any of the big unions? It's because they finally got the tariffs they've been wanting for 40 years. Their factories are starting to open back up again. And they're like, now what? Now what do we do? We've been voting for the wrong people for 40 years. Of course, there's a lot of people that have come to that realization just lately. Yeah, it is sad to see what's happening in Chicago. It really is. It's a sad day. It's a sad thing. I don't know what to tell you there. All right, so I did have some headlines here from Chicago. Let's see here. See, I go to these sites, they're not even mentioning it. A legal fight. Oh God! See, they don't type anything anymore. It's a video. Here, watch the video. All right. So anyway, where? Oh, and I do want to mention if anybody's a Dolly Parton fan out there. I know I am. I love the lady. Probably the nicest lady on earth. She's not doing so well. I believe she's still home. She's under a doctor's care, and she's out off the trail for a while. She had 5 or 6 big events planned in Vegas, I think, and they have all been postponed or canceled. So I just wanted to mention that. I hate to see that, but she's getting up there in age, and it does happen. But I don't think it's anything like that's going to happen today, but just keep her in your prayers because her health is waning right now. So, um, I don't know. These big towns, do you know what really, you know what I hate about big towns like Chicago and most big towns? Their news is just consumed by their local teams. See, down here, we're 2 hours from Tampa, and we're 2 hours from Miami, and we're 8 hours from Jacksonville. So we don't have an NFL team here. If you want to root for Miami, root for Miami. And the same thing with Tampa. I have a cousin that roots for Jacks. But the thing is we don't have our own team here. Our local news stations do not have sports departments. We have sports stations here, like we have Fox Sports Radio. The ratings are terrible. They're not that good at all. But when you get into a big town, people move into big towns because of the football. I mean, it's weird. Um, yeah, Sludgeon. Well, this isn't particularly bad news. She could be right back out on the trail in another 10 days. But she's pretty sick right now, and they won't say what's wrong, so I'm a little worried about her. They're saying she should be okay, and then they say we need prayers now, and it's like, oh, okay, sending mixed messages. Um, yeah, I'm not a big sports person. I don't consider sports as being news, and I watch some people and they like ignore all the important stuff and then they watch the sports. It's like, ugh. I like it down here where we don't have to worry about sports on TV that much. Um, I do have a Chicago police scanner up, and I do have it specific to the area there. Yeah, I'll get that for you. Just give me a second. I don't have Philly. I got L.A. and I think Baltimore. God, I'm telling you, uh, oh my God, uh, there's been some changes on YouTube, and I am not happy. I don't know how to get to my subscriptions anymore now. I click the subscription button, and it brings me to a page that just lists more videos. That that's terrible. Oh, that sucks. Ah, just one more thing that now it just takes a lot more time. Damn it. I hate when they fuck with shit. I hate that. It's like, look, we're trying to make a living here. If you keep moving the buttons around, it's not going to work out good for any of us. That's the other channel. Please hit the sub and give it a sub, but don't hit the bell over there. Let's see, as far as the scanners I've got up, oh, Chicago's not showing as up. Went down a few hours ago. Let me see what I can do. All right, I'm restarting it. I'll get it going here in just a minute. All right. Oh, God. We got this idiot on 3 screens. Look at this guy. Looks like he's doing the Comcast people from South Park. But what this does show you guys is that we're down to like 3 feeds coming out of there, and they're all of this same idiot. Look, we have 3 different angles of this same idiot. He just found his breasts, ladies and gentlemen. All these years they've been there, and he didn't know. And now all of a sudden, my breasts, My breasts, they're starting to blossom. My breasts. It's like, no, they're not starting to blossom. It's all that beer you've been drinking. Oh, it's my titties. Oh, yeah. Oh, I touch myself. I touch myself. Guys, this is why you don't want to be on the left. You're surrounded by lunatics. That is Antifa. Who knows? Hey, Brandon. What's up, guys? That guy's an idiot. Yeah, he is. He's an idiot. Chicago. Okay, almost there. Load profile, set audio. It's funny they don't make an easy way to do this. It's like you gotta set 50 different things. Alright, there's that. Set. Okay. It should be coming back up. The Chicago feed. Now, on the Chicago feed, I've got citywide and I've got zone 1, 2, 9. I'm trying to think. I looked it up and I only put the four zones right around where all the civil unrest is, plus citywide, plus fire. And that way you get, I don't have all those peripheral zones all the way around. The dude in the frog suit. Yeah, a lot of things are duplicating up right now. But that also is confirming to me that this is all live. Um, They sleep all day. The thing is, truthfully, they're not out here all night. They're usually, remember, they're 3 hours behind us there. It's just now, not even quite dark yet. They'll be all gone by 10 or 11 o'clock. There has been no rioting. There's been civil unrest. There's been some gas deployed and things like that, and there's been some arrests. But there has not been any widespread damage to personal property or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't classify what I've seen so far as a riot, with the exception of that 1 or 2 days in LA, the LA ICE riots after the Home Depot incident. That one there, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking for other feeds, guys. If you find a feed that I don't have, go stick it in the Discord under General. I'm watching. I've got the General tab up over there, and I keep it up all the time. Junior, Mad TV was an amazing show, and I'll tell you another one I liked. There was three sketch comedy shows I liked. The third one was in Living Color. I thought that show was amazing. That's where Jim Carrey got his start. Amazing show. And then after that came and went, we got Mad TV, and Mad TV was a great uh, Saturday Night Live alternative. They didn't go deep politics. Even though I think they were probably a bunch of leftists too, they didn't have to every day, every script, every sketch, every line did not have to slander the right and pump up the left. And so I watched, I was a huge Saturday Night Live fan early on. My mom and dad loved Saturday Night Live in its first 10 years, and I was a big fan early on. The Belushi years, Dan Aykroyd, those years. And then there was a time there where I kind of went away from it some. And then we get a couple years after that, and like after like 20 years, we get into that next decade, which is the Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, um, uh, oh my God, Dana Carvey, so many people that just didn't get their due. But some great guys, and I really re-fell in love with Saturday Night Live again. And then by the end of that, it started getting real political. And again, Mad TV came on, and that became my fix. And I loved Mad TV. So there you go. Yep, whose line is it anyway? I love improv. Improv is good. I appreciate improv because that's a lot of what I do at work. Is reflecting off of the host and improving. We don't sketch or script anything, so I really appreciate good improvisation. I think it's amazing. Um, all right, let's see here. I do want to thank everybody for being here tonight. It's a nice night here. The weather's nice. It's actually pleasant outside. It's not as hot as it normally is here. It's generally speaking, it's always hot here, and at least now for once it's not hot. That's awesome. So anyway, that's what we got. All right, guys, let's do a quick reset. I'm going to stay on with you for another 25 or 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go. It's been fun, though. I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to continue watching all these different footages. Guys, I almost think I'm starting to think some of these people might be trolls that have gone down there to screw with people or something. I don't know. I can't read what it says on those red hats. What is it? It looks like it says "Make America Great Again." See, those might be some Trump people down there. That could be fun. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get a few more feeds out of there. Yeah, I think a lot of them just went down there to have a good time today. That's what it. That is what it's looking like. That is what it's looking like. All right, everybody. Well, let's do a reset here. My name's Ian. This is Starship Studios in North Fort Myers, where we broadcast live. We broadcast 6 nights a week at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Starship Adventures. And we also have our backup channel, Starship After Dark, where we have all kinds of different feeds. I just got the Chicago feed going again. We got all kinds of great feeds going on up there, and all kinds of neat things. You can check that out over at Starship After Dark. Please don't hit the bell over there. Only hit the bell over here, because this is where all the live shows happen and nothing else. So that's the best way to do that. But this is Starship Studios. From here, we are on a fiber optic connection. We have generator backup here, and we provide up to 9 streams on YouTube. So I've been putting this together for 5 years, both the channel and the studio, and it's all coming along really nicely. I'll see if I can find the Jeremiah the Bullfrog interview. I'll see what I can find there. But anyway, this is Starship Studio. You can see all the way around here. There is 6 monitors here on this computer. Most of them have 2 monitors. There's 3 behind me. There's 4 more over there, including the Linux machine. I also stream on Broadcastify for those that have the Police Scanner app. I provide 2 streams for them as well. But yeah, the main thing we like to do here at Starship Studios is provide you guys with a unique way of seeing coverage. And this is definitely it. This is seeing coverage on multiple screens. And if I'll tell you guys, once you get used to this, you'll like it. I also, a lot of times when there's a lot of, and it's going on really good, and I can find a good scanner feed, I will shut up for times and let the scanner talk so you guys can hear what's going on there. But yeah, I try to provide whatever I feel is the best coverage I can provide at that moment. The yawns are free, by the way. I'm checking to see if there's any other videos that are coming out. I'm surprised Portland Andy's not on tonight. Or is he? Yep, he's gone live since the last time I checked. Let's see what he's got going on. Yeah, he's got some different stuff here. Okay, let's put that here. And then many of these are duplicated. There's 4 or 5 different guys doing the same thing, and they've all kind of found the same 3 or 4 feeds. Yeah, I'm going to Deploribus. I'm gonna sign off here in about 20 minutes, and I'll do a 90-minute show tonight, and I'm gonna sign off, and then I got to do that work. I got some work for work to do, and then I'm gonna go to bed. See, I think the silliness has showed up tonight. There was the one guy last night in the orange suit. I don't know what it was. I thought it was some kind of Trump suit at first, um, but I'm not sure what it was exactly. Oh shit, we got some pushing and shoving going on. Oh boy. It looks like we've got rivals there. I mean, the people in the crowd are yelling at the other people in the crowd. Oh, and as usual, they're all there for a different reason. One guy's there because he wants the Epstein files released. One guy's there is because he supports LGBTQIA2S+. And the next guy, he's there protesting because his wife's there and she's got her vagina hat on. So he's kind of just along for the free pizza. Yeah, it is a bit of that in this legend. I mean, when you look at it, it is a little bit of a like a social powder keg here. Frogs together strong. Well, there you go. Do you guys believe in frog solidarity? The left had the Epstein files. If there was anything in there they could have used on Trump, trust me, they would have done it. It doesn't. I don't see rational adults out here tonight. No. Jeremiah is a friend of mine. Well, I don't know if I'd admit to that right now. Oh Christ. Well, let's see what else is going on that we can talk about real quick while we're still on the air. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not in it tonight as I normally am. We're here every night. Please feel free to check us out again tomorrow night. If tonight has not been great, but we've been doing all right. The coverage has been decent, and we've been getting a lot of different views. I'll admit there's a lot of duplicates up there because, as I said, um, we're running short on actual live feeds coming out, and that's what causes that. Okay. right, well, let's see, Prime Day started, I guess. I don't know. I go through this stuff and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. We did space weather, we did seismic, we did launches, we did do the hurricane stuff. There's just not much really out there to talk about with that. The track guidance right now on this storm is 100% that it's going to turn. There is no possibility of anything else. And there's just really not a lot going on. There is, like I said, there's a small blob in the western. Actually, it's going to be in the Bay of Campeche, and it's going to be not a big deal because all it really is just a little blob there. And if it forms, which is a 10% chance that it will form into a tropical storm, and if it did form, it wouldn't have nowhere to go, I don't think. So chances are not a big deal on that one. Yeah, that's about all there is. I guess you know what I could do? So, you guys know I bought a car a while back. It's not an old car, but it's older. It's a 2011, and it's good for storm chasing and all the stuff I want to do. And so one of the things I wanted to make sure I had was it needed to have a good set of lights on it, and the headlights are not in too bad a shape, and the parking lights, the high beams, not in too bad a shape. And I've cleaned them, and they actually work really good. I put all new LED light bulbs in them, all new LED light bulbs in them for the high beams, for the low beams, and I'm slowly getting even the turn signals. I got all the back stuff changed out. The whole car is going to be LED. So I went to. I bought a set of bulbs for the damn thing, and I got those right here. It's a fine thing. And so I had bought me a set of these LED lights to go in my driving lights, because this car has like a set of driving lights, right? And so I bought these these are amber LED high intensity bulbs, and I got them to go in the driving lights. So I crawled up under there to put them in and realized that that the bumper's been hit up against stuff, and they're both cracked, and they're both full of water. And it's one of those things where the cars, the people before me didn't care that they didn't work or whatever, and so never fixed them when they ran into stuff with them or whatever. So they're both full of water, and the plugs in the back are gone and everything else. So I was on Amazon, and I said, I'm going to look up what these cost. I said, I know they're going to be $150 a side, $100 a side. There's no way. I looked them up. I found a set of them for 40 bucks. And you want to know the really cool part? My car is just the right age where you can get stuff like this. Look at this. It's a brand new light. It's brand new. I got two of them. They mount right in there. You got to take the bumper off, and then there's four bolts. They mount in, and then they go into the bumper, and they mount right there. So I don't know if I'll get these done before I leave, but I'm probably going to take these with me on the trip. And I just think those are so cool, man. They're going to look, and with these yellow LED bulbs, I mean, these are going to look really cool. They're like amber. And so I got both sides, the left and right side, for $42, I think. That's pretty damn cool. So when I replace those out, I'll now have two really bright amber driving lights that will skim across the road below all of my LED white lights. Oh yeah, I will, Junior. I'm going to be taking pictures. I'll have all kinds of pictures of the car. Once I get these lights in and the last two turn signal bulbs switched out, and yeah, then I'll make sure I take pictures, and I'll also get some shots with the big antenna I'm going to put on it and everything too. It's going to look really nice. It's got the light bar that goes on the roof. I don't leave that on the roof unless I'm using it, but like if I go out storm chasing, or if I'm going out doing anything, even the live drives and stuff, I put the light on the roof in case I got to stop or something. But yeah, I can't wait to get those working. I love these LED bulbs. These bulbs don't cost that much. They're I don't know, they're like $20 a piece, $40 a set, and you can see there's an element on each side, and they got a little fan in there, a little heat sink, and these in those are going to look beautiful, I'm telling you. And this is going to look like a nice, very nice car. And then I also have the set of fog lights that are also driving lights, that are also warning lights. They're going to go right in front of the grill. I've already figured out pretty much how I'm going to mount those and everything. And when I pull the bumper off for these, I'm going to go ahead and mount those as well. And those will actually go right in front of the grill like that. Those lights, they're right over there as well. Those lights have the yellow elements, the white elements, and the little controller box that I have for them. I can make them fog lights. I can make them driving lights. I can make them both at the same time. Or I can switch between about 8 different warning patterns where it's clear and white, or all amber, all clear. That you could do. It's really cool. So like if you're in a really bad storm or something like that, you can use them as warning lights. And then after the storm passes, what's really cool, I've been careful to buy only equipment that has steady burn technology. And the reason I want to do that is because when I go after a storm, if there's something has happened, I want to be able to get out of my car and pull up to something at night and turn on all kinds of lights and then just leave them on. I don't need flashing lights. I want lights so that you can see. My yellow amber light bar that goes on the roof, it has a mode where it doesn't flash. It's just bright as hell in every single direction, all the way around the car. And so I want it to be, I've been looking at this light bar and I'm thinking it's so bright like that. I wonder if I should, they're only $60. I'm thinking about buying another one of those in clear all the way around. That would be pretty cool. And then when you stick it up there and you just turn it on, now you've got literally lights. I could shoot all the way around the car. So I don't know. I've been playing with the ideas. I've been thinking about taking the feet off of the second one and gluing it. Buy a white one and literally put the white one down on the roof and then take the yellow one and take the 4 mounts off and glue it to the top of the first one. So it's still only about that tall, but you've got a complete set of white and you got a complete set of yellow in there. And then I can turn all that on at the same time and just have it on. I mean, I don't know, man. I've been thinking about doing a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, I like working on my own car. I do. I like getting it all nice. I've done a lot with my new car, as far as mounting radios and mounting antennas and all that kind of stuff. And I fixed a lot of stuff on it that was messed up with it, and everything's working now. Um, I've added a bunch of stuff. I've added extra USB plugs, and like I said, that box that I built here on the air, that with the radios in it and all that, it's sitting in the car. It stays in the car. And if I get somewhere where I don't trust the neighborhood, like if I stay at a hotel overnight and I don't trust the neighborhood, it takes 2 minutes just to pop the plugs off the back, pop the plug out of the front, and close the lid down and lock it, and then just grab it like a suitcase and carry it right in with me. And I've got my radios with me. And I was having problems with my 9800, and I had several 9800s that were not working right, and I have managed to get one of those working again, and it's working well. So what I'm going to do starting tomorrow is in the morning, I'm going to take my 9800. This is just the control head, hooked with the rest of the radio, and it's got 1,000 program channels in it. This is going in the car. It's going to replace the VHF that's in the car. And then when I go to the Ham Fest, I'm going to take money with me to the Ham Fest on November 1st, and I'm going to be buying a new HF radio to go in there. So it'll be within a month. I'll have 2 fully functioning radios in there. That'll be great. Well, it's a TYT 9800D. TYT 9800D. It is a 2-piece radio, and it comes with the long and the short cable, so you can remotely install it in your car, or you can just leave it as a radio and mount it like that. I may, if I can find somewhere to mount this in my car, I may go ahead and mount this one in my car, because I can use this little head. It's got a bracket that goes on the back, a small bracket, and it's got like mounts on it, and you can mount it to anything, and then you're all set to go. The neat thing about this radio, the TYT 9800, is the same. It's a clone of the Yaesu 8900, and it's also very similar to the TYT 9800, 7900, 7800. They're all about the same radio. And what's great about this, it's 2 radios. It's 2 complete different radios. This is something the Chinese came up with the original Baofengs, and it's caught on. The left side and the right side are the same. It's essentially 2 radios. One of them is the opposite, like the mirror image of the other one. And so I've got channel select, squelch, and volume. Channel select, squelch, and volume. And then on these buttons down here, I've got my high-low power, my VM, so what channel mode I'm in, and it also has a scan function, and like I said, your transmit power. It's got a great menu. It's got 6 presets. So like, let's say when you go into this town, you like it set a certain way, you can set that on A, hold it down and set it on A. And now every time you go to Orlando, you just hit A, and boom, your channels for Orlando come up. Everything's set. You can have one for each town that you go to. Like if you drive up the state every day you drive, you can set it to where every county you go to, you just hit the next button, and it will keep switching your channels to that county. It does some neat stuff. It transmits a full 50 watts on 2 meter call, and 40 watts on 440. And so, really good radio. Um, the QIT 990, I'm not exactly familiar, but I believe it's similar to this one. Um, but yeah, that's what I use. Yeah, Portland Andy. He's trying to keep coverage up just like we are. There's just not a lot to go on right now. He's got a lot more viewers than me, but I don't mind promoting him because he helps. You know, we've used each other's feeds back and forth, and he's a good guy. I like his stuff, and I like what he does. All right. All right. Oh, it's one of those where the control head's in the microphone. I don't like those, but I also know that they're kind of handy. It's kind of one of those things. This one has a nice mic. I don't know what I did with it, but I think it's over there somewhere. Um, here. Here's what the 7900 looks like. It's the same radio. That one has FM on 6 meter and FM on 10 meter, which you'll never use. This one just has UHF, VHF, still has the full 50 watts. But that's what it looks like when it's all put together. And there's what your mic looks like. You've got the 4 function buttons. You've got channel up and down on top. You've got your transmit, and then over here you can lock the keypad and you can turn the lights on the keypad. So all that's on your mic. Great little radio. It's got a little fan in the back, so that cools the heat sinker down. It's funny because the fan doesn't actually blow inside the radio. It just blows on those heat sinks right there. That's really all it does. But anyway, there you go. And this one here, this one here is the TYT 7900, same as the 8900 or the 9800, except this one doesn't do 10 meters and 6 meters. I have that in 2 other radios, and I've never used it because we just don't do 10 and 6 on FM that much. That's usually a sideband thing. So anyway, no, on this one the speaker's not in the microphone. That's a problem with this one. The speaker's in the box that goes under your seat. So what you have to do is you need to buy the appropriate extension speaker. What I recommend, if you're going to do a proper mount, and this comes from somebody that was a cop and a fireman. All right, if you're going to mount this thing properly, what you want to do is mount the radio under the seat, put the control head and the mic up where it's convenient, and then you want to buy a nice extension speaker. Make sure it's 8 ohms, and you want to put that extension speaker, mount it right behind your head, right above your seat belt. There's a spot, it could be this big or this big, between where your seat belt goes in and the roof. That's where you mount your speaker. Mount it back far enough that your head won't hit it no matter what, or mount it up high. You can even mount it facing down like this, like on the side facing down. But you put your speaker right behind your seat. Everybody mounts the speaker down under the dashboard, and that's the worst place for the speaker. You want it up behind your head or between the seats, up high. I know it's a little more of a pain in the ass, but that's really where you want to install it. You can buy them. I know QIT makes some radios that has the speaker in the mic, so that you can just have the mic on the dashboard. But here's the problem. Those generally don't have very good speakers in them because they're so small. And in the car, you need a large, robust speaker that you can hear over the road noise and everything. And it's difficult. All right, guys. What else do we got out there? Let's see. You know when them bike cops show up in their little shorts and they look like a SWAT team from the waist up, and they look like they're on vacation from the waist down. I can't take those guys seriously. They look like Humpty Dumpty, but they're gonna fall down. I prefer Motorola speakers too. However, I think that's how I screwed these radios up originally, was the Motorola speakers. They're 4 ohms. You got to be careful. Some of these cheaper Chinese radios, or even some of the Chinese radios, uh, I don't think they like the 4 ohms. So I would buy something, you know, buy something that's already got the right plug on it and it's designed to be an extension speaker. Is what I would recommend. Although the Motorola speakers sound great, and I have 4 of them up there right now. You can see them up behind me. They're hanging on the shelf up there. One, two, three, and the fourth one's not up there, but there's 3 of them up there. And I do still use them with my older radios, but I don't use them with the Chinese radios because they don't seem to like it very much. Pony and the Frog are dancing. That's awesome. See, guys, this is some true entertainment here. This is what they do in Portland. Because you know what, guys? This is what solves problems right here. Bunch of goddamn pagans. I'm surprised they didn't show up in goat leggings. It's like a raptor or something. I don't know. Okay, I got to tell you guys, it's been different up till tonight. Tonight's different. This must be fruits and nuts night. Um, Holy shit! I mean, the crazies have come out of the woodwork. Do you guys remember the movie I referenced? Dragnet, the movie with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. What a great movie that was. Yeah, goat leggings. And I love that old Harry Morgan, who played Friday's partner, was their captain, Gannon, in the movie. I love that because I love that old man. He's my favorite character on MASH. Yeah, it was a great movie. I like when he goes, "Well, I happen to spend the evening in the company of Connie Swale," and he goes, "Don't you mean the Virgin Connie Swale?" And it goes back to his face and it goes dun 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 dun. That's my favorite part of the whole movie. It's the last 1 minute of the movie. Oh my god! Yeah, it turned out to be a documentary. Ah, I love it. That's true. Oh man, granola bars, fruits, nuts, and flakes. Who knew eating healthy could be so fun? Um, there's just not a lot of them out there. You realize these are tight camera angles. I mean, when if you start looking at them and looking at the information we've got here, we've only got about 4 live cameras. There, it's being duplicated over and over and over. I get that. Um, we got one guy out there with like a baby stroller, but I have a funny feeling it's got like speakers and shit. I don't know. And then we got this dancing guy. What is this guy's problem? Is this helping somehow? You think tomorrow everybody's going to wake up and go, you know what? Let's just stop deporting these people. I watched a dinosaur dance with a goat head last night, and it just has changed my whole perspective on this whole thing. I just think we should let 16 million illegal people stay here and eat our food and not pay taxes. I think that's what we need to do. And I was convinced by some fruitcake and goat leggings that I watched on YouTube last night on some guy's channel. That would be hilarious. Release the lions. Oh, that's mean. What's he doing? I think he's shitting. Oh no. No, dancing. It's dancing. I knew it was an ing. I wasn't sure which one. Oh, good. We're getting into couples now. Mostly lesbians. Chicken legs. Ah, this is fun. Oh, I'm about to fall asleep sitting in the chair, but yeah, he's shatting all down the block. What are they so happy about? They're so angry they're protesting, but yet they're happy. See, that's why I can tell you right now, none of these people give a shit about what they think they're protesting for. I've already seen 7 different things they're protesting for on the signs. Oh, hey man, what's up? Hey man, I just want peace in the world, man. I know if we keep dancing every night, man, eventually we'll get peace in the world, man. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. That's why I put on my goat hat and I go out and I just act like an asshole. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Acid in the coffee. Probably. Probably. Dancing in the street. That's what we need. The right music would work here. The cops are down there like Jesus God. Thank God I'm getting overtime for this, because it wouldn't be worth it otherwise. I think that guy with the I think that guy with the hat on there, I think he was in a bunch of pornos in the 70s, but I'm not sure. Let me see what else I can find. Let's see if there's any new videos coming out anywhere, because I got another square or two here we can fill up. I There was actually a proposal to rename ICE to NICE and call it the National Immigration and whatever, and that way, anytime we talked about it, we'd be talking about NICE raids and what NICE is doing, and it would just sound a lot nicer. Yeah, yakety sax from Benny Hill. There you go. That would work. It would work though. It would work even better if you played the music and you had a bunch of half-dressed British people running all through the crowd. That must suck over there. You pay all that TV tax and you end up with the Benny Hill show. It was funny though. I will admit that guy had a messed up sense of humor. He was like the Howard Stern of British TV. I might have just found a new one. I'm gonna put it here where the lake is flowing. I believe that's a new one there, center left. Got that one. There's just so many spoofs. Oh, another flotilla is heading towards Gaza. I wonder if they stopped and picked up that little winch on the way. All right, I don't see anything else here. That one I did put in is a new one that we don't have. Here's a new full screen that just came up. All right, there. You know, nothing says don't deport my friends like a dinosaur. I thought she landed in Palestine and they were sending her somewhere else. I don't know. I hope they change her diaper. There's old Glory. I hope she survives the night. I love when people show up at these protests with folded flags. That means that they're going to eventually burn that flag. And I am so vehemently opposed to flag burning, but I'll fight for your right to do it. I know that's hard for some people to get, but it's the way I feel. I think it's pronounced Godzilla, but I'm not sure. And Portland News is not reporting on this. Um, yeah, I don't. Staff shortages caused delay at O'Hare today, O'Hare Airport in Chicago. And everybody's always like, well, what are we going to do now? The government's shut down. Who cares? Let me tell you something. The government being shut down has absolutely nothing to do with anything as far as flight delays or any of that kind of stuff. Wow, the Chicago Fraternal Order of Police. This is all the unions are turning over to the right. The Chicago Order of Police has issued a no confidence vote on the chief of patrol. That's the guy that we heard on the radio saying, "Do not respond, stand down, don't respond to that. They're calling for help, don't respond." Um, Yes, it is in fact true that white men cannot dance. That's been a known fact in the scientific circles and in the scientific communities around the world for many years. And um, the only thing that seems to help is marijuana, and it only has limited results. Um, that's the Japanese pronunciation. Godzilla. Uh, yes, air traffic controllers are federal employees. That's correct, Tyler. But they're also essential services, and every one of them still comes to work. 999 was this call sign. Must be the wind. There you go. Yeah, it's a scientific fact. It's not even really that they can't dance, it's they shouldn't. But there's always exceptions to the rule. Look at this. It's turned into a fruit farm. At least he's got a sign. Hey, look, I'm pretending I'm protesting. Hey, I'm gonna dance around twisting my nipples, because that's what I do. If you twist them enough as you spin around in circles at 9 o'clock at night in the middle of the street, suddenly Trump might realize that he shouldn't send those troops to Portland. Maybe that's what it is. You never know. Ugh. Do I have this one? Well, I got all the views. Yeah, I don't see any of the telltale signs that it's going to turn violent. These people are all having a good time. I don't even see any big agitators in the crowd or anything. It really does look like just a bunch of folks that are just having a good time. Look at these people, man. What is going on? They're all just dancing in the street. Look at them, just having a good time. It's very interesting to me, very interesting to me to see that nearly everybody there is Caucasian. I don't see any black folks there. I don't see any Hispanic folks there. I don't see that many foreigners there. They're all Caucasian men and women, mostly in their 20s, and some in their 30s. And and then there's this one guy from the pornos. But yeah, notice that this this riot is the riot. This uh, dance party that they're throwing here in Portland is supposed to be because they're very upset and worried about all these ICE raids and people are dying and it's terrible. Oh my God! And the truth is, the only people that have been killed in these ICE raids are the people that someone on the left shot while they were handcuffed inside a van. Um, and yeah, I don't see any Hispanic protesters to speak of. They're all Caucasian. They're all white folks, and that that's another thing that just kind of shows you that this is off right here. This is paid protesting. Money's coming in to entice these people to come out, and that's why they're all here having a dance party. They're getting paid, free drinks. It's awesome. They love it. Um, what is the big brown thing? Oh Christ, I don't know what that is. It's got a big open mouth though, and there's a raccoon too. I just saw a white raccoon, like an albino raccoon, go by. All we need's a panda, and we're all set. Oh my God, dude. What is going on? This scamdemic. Squirrel! Look at this. It's a dance party. That guy thinks he can break dance, but he can't. The 80s called, they want the dance moves back. Is that Rocky Raccoon? Man, I got me some Chinese food last night. It was so good. I love me some sweet and sour pork. I also like the beef and broccoli or the sweet and sour chicken. Oh, it was so good. I ate the rest of it for lunch today. I got some soup left. I'm really thinking about warming that shit up tonight because I'm hungry. My God, there's like 5, 6 shots of this old man. I wore a traffic vest because I don't want to get run over while I'm out uh, talking about how displeased I am about oh what are we protesting again? I forgot. It's something about people and stuff, and it had something to do with like cops. I don't know. I don't know, man. Save the raccoons. Save the raccoons. Especially the ones that have that dance move over there. That's pretty good. See, if you were really overweight, that would be a good job. You could get a job like in a raccoon costume and nobody would even know you're overweight. I'm just saying, because I'm fat, so I can talk like that. Um, no, I don't. I don't know. I've never tried any other food. I'm not. I love food. I love. I'm kind of a tried and true foodie, but I don't do any like exotic food at all. I don't. I only eat 3 kinds of Chinese food. I've already mentioned it to you. I'm very narrow palate. Um, as a matter of fact, when I'm in the I'm gonna tell you something. When I'm in the Chinese restaurant, I can't look at the plates. You know, they got all the pictures of the plates because they got like they got that they got all these ones and they look like puke. They literally look like puke in a plate. They got like Rangoon Man and Cream of Semyang Gai and all these different shrimp and shrimp and urine sauce and there's all these different ones and I just they look like puke on a plate and I can't even look at that shit. I don't even want to look at it. No, I'm not getting anything out of Chicago. Everything we're seeing here is out of Portland. But I'll double check here and see if I can find anything. Who do I got yelling at the door? I bet it's Ed Earl. What, Ed? It's Blue, but he doesn't want to come in. He wants me to go feed him again. He's already ate twice today. He wants to be fed again. It's never enough. Cats are kind of like women. You never enough. Um, the blue waffle effect. All right, let's see here. Oh God. Oh well. No, everything's in Portland right now. Remember, it's already 11:06 in Chicago, so, or I'm sorry, 10:06 in Chicago, 10:07. So it's a little later there. Yeah, they did do some curfew there in Chicago. Uh, wow. Yeah, I'm just not very adventurous when it comes to trying new foods. I'm just not adventurous. Um, it's like anytime I eat authentic Mexican food, I'm not much on it. But yet I eat at Taco Bell 4 times a week. I like Americanized food. It's like you feed me authentic Italian food, I'm not much on it. I don't like Italian pizza. I don't. But yet I love Pizza Hut or Domino's. Again, it's Americanized food. Um, it's just the way I am. I'm not an exotic eater. I love my food though. I plan my whole day around my meals, and I'm very careful to make sure I always have something good to eat. You know, I'm kind of a foodie in that respect, but I'm not when it comes to adventure. My host was telling us one night on the air about how he was eating crickets down in South America. He just goes adventure, and he walked between 3 or 4 different countries down there one time as a teenage or early 20s, in his early 20s, and he was telling me about how, yeah, I've ate grasshoppers, and I've ate bugs and this and that, and he goes, it's not my favorite thing, but and I'm like, what's in the mindset of someone that will eat a bug? I mean, when you're driving down the road and that big old bug hits the windshield, do you think to yourself, I wonder what that would taste like? I wonder if I should put mayonnaise on it. It is. It's tech. It's more Tex-Mex, or as we call it here, Southwest. It's a Southwest flavor, and I love Southwest. I do. I love Tex-Mex. Um, I eat it way too much. I buy the El Paso tacos, and I'll buy pounds of ground beef, and every couple days I'll make me up some ground beef with the taco mix in it, and then that way, if I decide I want a taco, I make me a taco, stick it in the microwave. I love tacos. I just love. I love about 7 or 10 different things they have at Taco Bell. Yeah, see, I have no desire to eat chocolate covered ants. I have no desire to eat any bugs. And look, if the world gets so bad that I'm down to eating bugs, I'm gonna do myself. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Okay. Yeah, when we're down and that's all that's left is bugs, I'll just, yeah. Uh. Oh God. All right, guys. Listen, I told you guys I was going to do an hour, and then I said 90 minutes. We're now over 2 hours. I really need to go. Okay, guys, I really do. Um, See, that's part of my problem. I don't eat whole tomato. I like anything made with tomato, but I don't eat whole tomato. I don't like the texture. I'm a texture guy. I don't eat any raw vegetables. That includes onions, peppers, mushrooms. I don't eat any of that. Now, if you saute me a steak in onions and peppers, I'll eat it. I love the flavor, but I'll pick all the onions and peppers off because I don't want crunch and I don't want slime. Um, I eat almost every meal, unless it's fast food. Almost every meal, I eat either broccoli or green beans or peas or spinach. I love cooked vegetables with Brummel and brown butter. I every almost every meal I cook here at the house, I throw a steam bag of vegetables in, and I eat vegetables 1 or 2 times a day. It's the saving grace for me. And I've cut my pasta down about 90, 80, 90%. And I've cut other than when I eat out, I've cut potatoes down to almost nothing. So I allow myself French fries 3 or 4 times a week, but that's it. I don't do a lot of potatoes. I've got the pasta almost at zero. I used to be a big rice guy. I got some rice last night with my Chinese food, but other than eating out, I do not do rice at home anymore. It's all about little subtle lifestyle changes. And then when you make one and it sticks, you make the next one and it sticks. And then you slow this down and it sticks. And next thing you know, you're eating a lot more healthy. And I think it's a good thing. All right. All right, guys. Last call. Anything? Any last minute thoughts? Throw in the chat room. I will be back again tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel, same batshit crazy host. Right here on Starship Adventures. I hope you guys enjoy the show. Like I said, I got the idea to do this show from sitting in the control room at the TV station and seeing all the different screens from all over the world coming in at the same time. And it kind of started after 9/11. I became a news junkie right after 9/11. And before long, I had 3 or 4 TVs stacked up on top of each other. And I became a multi-screen freak. And of course, I'm ADD as hell, so it worked out good. And then I started always building control centers wherever I would go. I'd build me a nice work area and this and that. So this is all kind of culminated over the years into the last 5 years building this whole studio here. Um, yeah, it's a texture thing. I don't know what it is. I got to cook my vegetables. Um, yeah, it's a new moon, a full moon. That's why the crazies are out. I think you're probably right. Anyway, let's see what else is going on out there. We've got. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. No new news has come in. Like I said, prayers for Dolly Parton. Keep her in our thoughts. She's hanging in there. She's at home, but She's not feeling well at all. She's under a doctor's care, and at her age, you got to be really worried about that. Um, yeah, and so that's all that is. Other than that, guys, I'm working on some things here that I think will be great. It's just uh, I've been so busy lately. I have, my mom's in a facility now, getting rehab, and we're trying to get her house ready for her to come home. And in between all of that and everything else going on in my life, plus putting on a 3-hour broadcast at work and then a 2-hour broadcast here every day, 2 to 3 hour, whatever, however long we end up going, and it's been a lot for me, and it's got me run down a little bit right now. But I'm going to keep going. I do think it's worth it, and as of a few days ago, my mom is now closer. We've moved her a lot closer. She's only 30 minutes up the road now instead of an hour and 10 minutes up the road. So that means it's going to be easier for everybody to see her, and that will also buy me a little more time each day. Um, it's just it's been great. I haven't produced a produced video in like a month. It's just very difficult right now to do anything like that. But I do this show, and that's keeping my numbers up, and we're doing okay. We're making contacts every night that I go on. We make contact with new people out there that might like the show or want to subscribe to the channel. So it's important that we keep working on that every day, and so that's what I'm trying to do. Um, all right, I'm looking to see if anything else comes in. Yeah, that's why I'm going. I gotta dial into work and do promos right now. As soon as I get those promos done, I'm going to bed, and then I don't have to get up quite as early as I've been getting up tomorrow. Perhaps maybe 7 o'clock. So hopefully I can get about 5 or 6 hours. I didn't sleep at all last night. It was really bad. Usually that means the next night I'll actually sleep a little more, just out of pure exhaustion. So we'll see how that goes. I'm eating melatonin. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know. It's just a lot of things. It's not even mental so much as it's just everything. Yeah, I'm not going to get into all my health problems, but it's just, I think it's just getting old and getting used to stuff. And yeah. Anyway, the whole getting up and peeing all through the night. It's like I don't need to do this, man. It's keeping me awake. REM sleep is so important, and you don't realize it. But yeah, I get up 4 or 5 times a night and pee. Well, that's okay. I've been doing that for many years, but it breaks your REM sleep up, and you don't actually get a lot of REM sleep that way. Most people will go to bed really hard for the first 2 or 3 hours, and they'll be able to get into REM and get a few hours of REM and then sleep lighter through the end of the night. That's what a lot of people do. Um, so for me, it's whenever I can get it. All right, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and let you go live from Starship Studios here in Southwest Florida. My name's Ian, and this is Starship Adventures. Thanks for coming along tonight on the adventure, and we will be back out tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow for another new show. In the meantime, be safe out there, everybody. Be nice to everybody, and have a good night. Get some sleep. 7 threes, 7 threes.